I'm gonna chomp on this. So now I would ordinarily recommend that people keep morels in the fridge for only a couple days because they will go bad pretty quickly. You can keep them in actually really nice shape for about a week, I would say. So to get started, clean out a skillet. So I put some whole milk in here, and then I've got some panko, some breadcrumbs. So we've got breadcrumbs right there, and then we have the butter, which is I think the same as all the other butter, but it costs $1 more because it comes in a cool package. And I'm gonna take, I think, 2 tablespoons here. And I should be using a knife to cut it, but I'm not. And so now I kind of just jostled free this approximately 2 tablespoons of butter, and we're just gonna get this on super low heat. And now I've got this sea salt, so I've got this, and I'm just gonna salt everything, I think. So I've got these packets of pepper that I took from a hotel, thinking that they were sugar, and I was gonna put them in coffee, but it was actually pepper. So I just walked away and pretended that's what I was trying to get. I don't need a ton of pepper. I don't really want that much pepper. Do you remember that song, Pepper? I don't mind the sun sometimes, the images it shows. So we're probably just gonna do 1 thing of pepper. That was hard to open. And now I'm gonna grab the morels. The butter's still, we can swirl it around a little bit. The longer that you keep them in the fridge, the more worms you're gonna find in them, and they're gonna be little tiny worms. So either just eat the mushroom and ignore the fact that there are worms in them, or you have to eat them really shortly after they're picked. But these all look good still, to be honest. There's maybe 1 or 2 bad ones. This little guy, yeah, same thing. So when they get to look like that, throw them. This one stayed fine. It's got a little spot, so I'm just gonna pick the spot off. The longer that you rinse them underwater, the more flavor that you're going to lose. If you have a container that has holes in the bottom, like for strawberries or something like that, that's perfect. I don't have that, so I'm just gonna rinse them with my hand. Okay, so I put it on the shower setting. If you're doing this in like a container, then you can use a little salt, and I've heard that takes off the water better. I'm just gonna clip off these little parts at the end that got kind of funky. Okay, so now surprisingly, I don't own a knife, so I'm gonna use these kitchen scissors to cut these in half and to snip off the little bits at the end that got just a little bit browned. Okay, so we have the little bits I cut off to the side. So yeah, this is exactly what a good morel should look like on the inside. This looks perfect. So looks so good. It looks so good. These ones are gonna be a little bit harder to cook because you wanna make sure that you get them really thoroughly cooked, because these have something called gyrometra in them. And gyrometra, if eaten raw, is indeed poisonous. I'm just gonna dip it in the milk, in the Mama Bear cup. Might get a little taste of coffee on that, but I think that's okay. And then in the panko. And now I'm just gonna put this in there. And the skillet's still not quite hot enough, so I'm gonna get it turned up. I usually get the panko that's in a box, and this is all I could find because there's a lady in the aisle that she was like taking up the whole aisle, and I had to ask her to move aside to get the breadcrumbs. And every time that I moved, she would start moving as well. So now I'm gonna take one of these guys, and this mushroom, as you see, it's not as thick as the other one. So this one I think is gonna cook really, really nicely. Okay, and now the underwhelming breadcrumbs. I also have to wash more of these off, so I'm just gonna kind of keep it going, like in that episode of I Love Lucy when they're making cookies. Never seen that episode. Okay, and just not a long wash at all. I found these in an area that wasn't sandy. If you found them in a sandy area, you might have to soak them. All right, I've cleaned off some more, and now I have opened these before, and I found worms, spiders, and snails inside, all 3 at different times. If you didn't find any snails on your morels when you were picking them, it's very unlikely that there will be any on them when you're cooking them. When you're cutting the morels open, if you find any that are not hollow, that's a bad sign. It means you probably have a false morel. Morels like this used to freak me out because it's like, look at this. Is this hollow? Is it not? I don't know, but I do know. This is definitely a genuine morel. I'm sure this is fine, but I'm gonna cut that part off just in case. Use eggs and breadcrumbs. I don't like eggs, so I didn't want to. All right, we got this one. Mama bear. Breadcrumbs. All right. Okay, just once on each side. And now don't use metal on a skillet, I believe is the correct advice. But I'm going to be really gentle and ignore that advice. Okay, now these look awesome. All right, I'm going to use a spoon to take out the ones that are cooked so I don't cross-contaminate. And beautiful. Nice and browned and beautiful. And then I'm going to salt them just a little bit. So I can't show that because I'm filming with this hand. These guys are going to come in. Just going to put it down like that. And to get those crumbs nice and toasty, I'm going to put that down just like that. Don't press them, I don't think. So far, staying very clean and neat. And we're going to hit those with a dash of salt. I was vegan for many years. For many years I was vegan. And I'm pretty sure that I used egg substitute and not milk. Okay, and these are the last ones, so goodbye breadcrumbs, though I never knew you at all. I've got the last ones that I'm bringing out of the pan now, and my morels are done and salted. So this has been kind of the classic way that people recommend that you cook morels. So any morels that you have left, just take out the paper towel after it's been in there a few days, and I put fresh paper towels down, and I can put these guys right back in, cleaning off these little bits. And then I made this hamburger. That's barbecue sauce on there. I wouldn't have put that much barbecue sauce on. Now I'm just gonna put the morels on top of here. This looks really, really, really good. And we're gonna pile on these morels. So I've got my morel burger. That's gonna be awesome. Okay, and I've washed my hands about 1,000,000 times. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna chomp on this. Oh. This is so good. I'm just gonna take a bite. Make sure, if it's your first time eating morels, take it really slow. Inspect your morels thoroughly. Give them a quick wash under salt and water. This is one of many ways to enjoy fresh morels, but if you give this a shot, let me know. How did it go? Did you use egg wash instead? Did it work better? Do you want a knife? Etc. And do they hurt your stomach? So let me know in the comments section. Otherwise, I'm out. This is Mushroom Club Minnesota 2025. Over and out. How do I do this? I'm gonna...